right, so you can sort of feel an uptick in terms of the crowd energy. A lot of these fans came to watch this man who you think has the skill set to be a future UFC champion.
I do, John, and I will go on record saying it. I believe this kid has a huge future ahead of him. He has a ton of skills. He checks all the boxes. He's got the wrestling, he's got the grappling, he's got the cardio, he's got the toughness. He can do it all. But it is on him now to make good on all the work that him and his team have done to put him in this position.
And the UFC, as you well know, does a masterful job with the matchmaking. When a fighter is this hyped and gets to this point of their career, they give him a guy who they think can beat him. We'll see how he handles this challenge tonight. Well, Brian T-City Ortega was 14-0 with a no contest when he ran into Max Holloway in his first UFC championship opportunity. That night didn't go his way, but a lot of people think he has all the skills and all the makeup to eventually get that belt around his waist.
You don't lose, you get an opportunity to get better, and that's what Brian Ortega has to do after he lost that fight to Max Holloway. He will look to take those lessons learned in the octagon over the course of 4.5, 5 rounds and apply them to his career as he goes forward. He has the skill, he has the heart, he has the ability, but now you just got to put it all together if you want to realize a UFC championship.
And of course, if you hear the ladies screaming, that's because T-City has taken his shirt off in the inspection zone. Tail of the tape now for this featherweight fight. All right, to get us started now, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Diego Lopes! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Brian T-City Ortega!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, early round action here, and going to be interesting to see how Brian Ortega approaches this particular stylistic challenge. A lot of people feel like he will have a grappling advantage against this man and most every featherweight in the division. But Ortega wants to showcase that James Lurson boxing, and he's going to throw hands early and often tonight. We'll see how it plays out. Lands a big right hand early. All right, early round action here. All eyes are on T-City Brian Ortega. We know how dangerous he is on the floor, but how about the striking tonight?
I mean, he's gotten so much better. It was during the time away where Brian Ortega developed a great jab from... Oh, guillotine here!
That guillotine is tight. Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition. Big ground and pound.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter.
Yep, got to be very careful there.
Well, good dexterity and movement here on the ground to avoid.
Referee will help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of his position.
Oh, beautiful fight instinct there as he reverses position, and now he's got the dominant position.
He did a fantastic job recognizing, man, I have got to get on the offense. From bottom to top to dominant position. What a great job.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission. He passes the head.
about the speed on that reversal there? I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What a sweep.
Ortega's trying to lock up on a submission now. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission, D.
Nice work, guys.
Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Right inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have 2 hands in or 2 hands out, or guys start to attack triangles.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Ortega's back in full guard now.
Great defense by this fighter. And there you go, again, half guard.
Just over 2 minutes, round 1.
I mean, way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Oh, he reverses the position now. Nice work on the ground by Ortega. Oh, the ground and pound is there. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC.
He passes the half. Great job changing the position and getting that reversal. That was a slick transition. Great submission defense.
Print the shirts, ground and pound. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground.
Great submission defense on display tonight.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. Gotta be careful here.
Good transition. Come on, create that space. You gotta get out.
Ortega's back in full mount. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job. In the half guard. Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get enough pressure to finish his technique.
That whole sound means we have reached the end of round 1.
Stop! Keep doing what you're doing. You almost had that submission. That's yours. You're gonna go back and do the same thing. Go right after it again. You'll take him down.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
All right, so a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground, DC. Talk us through the highlight.
Yeah, man, you see 2 high-level grapplers going after it. One guy gets the advantage, the other guy always has a response. We thought it was over. A lesser opponent would have been submitted, but these 2 are 2 of the best grapplers in the entire UFC.
All right, here we go with our next round, and how about the striking display in that previous round? He found a lot of openings upstairs, and when we sat down with him on Thursday, he said this dude doesn't move his head, and largely that's how it's played.
That's exactly how he thought it would be, and it's exactly what he's seeing early in the fight. Opponent's not moving his head, and he's more than happy to connect over and over with those 1-2s.
Straight punch, useful.
Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine.
Oh, looks like he's countering here with maybe a Don Flu. He's got the side mount. Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything wrong to allow for himself to get subbed.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. If If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Nicely done. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does.
He's in the mount. Nice defense.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 2. Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by T-City, Brian Ortega. All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground. Under the neck. Oh, and now he flattens him out, DC. A couple hooks in. This could be trouble.
Look at all that hip pressure he has into his opponent's back. Now he'll start.
Oh, he's setting up for a submission now.
Dude's trying to finish the fight. Oh, he's got the armbar deep.
Whoa! Submission defense. He gets out.
I mean, calmness in that moment. It looked like the fight was over. He was able to clear his head, put the guy into the mount. Not a great position, but much better than getting his arm snapped in half from an armbar. Great defense by the defensive fighter.
2 minutes now to go in round 2. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submissions, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out. He's got to start throwing down.
Pretty athletic off his back to avoid that from the top. Oh! Trying to set up a submission now. Oh, he's got that arm tight now.
He's starting to get it in there deep.
So what a win for him here tonight. He gets it done and gets it done by way of submission. He told us this week, I gotta keep these judges out of it. Mission accomplished.
Absolutely. He is a phenomenal grappler. He said that he held the advantage there and that would show itself in the fight. He proved that and he gets a submission victory. Amazing.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 48 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out, Brian T-City Ortega!
All right, so there he is, all smiles, and rightfully so after he gets the job done by submission tonight. You told me off the air before the fight that he was going to submit him, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, you know, this guy has